Sutton tells Jennifer that she wasn't that good of a friend to Kyle last season, but they went out to dinner and have been able to get back on the good foot. Over with Erica, her and Dorit go shopping for Erica's new house because she wants to get the coop furniture out of there. However, the chip heifer tells her that she's getting a divorce. Although she seems way more interested in her friendship with Kyle than her divorce from PK. She just keeps saying, well, PK was an alcoholic, a full-blown alcoholic. But the second he got sober, he got the F away from you, which means you drove him to drink. Heavily. However, Dorit asked Erica not to tell Kyle about the divorce, and she said, sure, I can keep my mouth shut. However, Erica was the one that did predict that PK and Dorit were going to break up at BravoCon. Everything went down at BravoCon. I'm glad I was there, getting my ass in the plot line, working it, and being seen. Kyle whines about being an empty nester, but child, you'd have whined about that even if Mauricio was around, because he wouldn't have time to sit around and entertain you like your five chillin' did. Erica drops by Kyle's, and Kyle lets her know how pissed she is with Dorit, saying that Kathy was her favorite Richard sister at BravoCon. Girl, it was a joke, and you had to know that was a joke. You are ridiculous. The chip heifer, however, is furious that Kyle said she exaggerated their friendship. And Erica's like, yeah, y'all were definitely closer than I was with either of you. So I don't know why she's saying it's exaggerated. Clearly there was some type of connection, some type of sisterly sisters scissoring in a circle. Sisterly. The chip heifer also feels like she's tired of being Kyle's flunky. She said, look, I say one bad thing against Kyle, she ices me out for months. But the heifer don't ever take my side. For example, with Garcelle, she let me out to dry. Erica is firmly planted in the middle of these two and is loving being in the drama. But I do wonder if that's going to backfire on her ass. Garcelle has been staying booked and busy, so Thursday, May 9th, it hits the airwaves that Dorit and PK have separated. Garcelle said, damn, even their divorce is long and winded. So the chip heifer goes over Kathy's for some support. And Kathy's like, you know, I saw, but I didn't want to, and now you're, so let, and I, boo boo. That's how the heifer talk. PK talks to Mauricio, and he's like, yeah, I had to move out of the marital home too. I get it. Kathy asks the chip heifer if she's a good listener. Meanwhile, PK's like, the heifer can't listen. I can get sober, but that heifer can't listen. Kathy said, do you still get together? Do you know what I'm saying? And she's like, I ain't fucking that. I've been not fucking that. You can tell that the chip heifer is upset that he decided to file. He walked out on her. That telling him to get sober backfired. Because now you see, you were the problem in your marriage. Sutton's getting ready for her surreal party, and this American Horror Story ass headdress, I ain't feeling it. You look like Lady Gaga from American Horror Story Roanoke. It's not giving. I find it interesting that Kyle calls Kathy even though it seems like they're on the outs about Dorit. I think Dorit gonna get played. Kyle tells Kathy, you know, I wanted to send Dorit a message when the news of her separate broke, but since I know that she'll pull out a text at a reunion, I decided to refrain, and I just said something to PK, since he ain't gonna tell my business anyway. And then we got the chip heifer saying, well, you know, when Kyle sends a message, it's calculated. Over with Sutton, she's happy with how everything's turned out for a little party. And this is when we meet Bose, and she is fabulous. I love the hair, I love the dress, I love it all. However, her and Dorit becoming quick friends, that's odd, but we'll see how long that lasts. I love that she is retired. She's like, I worked enough, I'm done. But I want to know, Chip Heifer, why you gotta run and tell everybody you meet, oh, PK is an alcoholic, full-blown alcoholic. You never said he was an alcoholic all 11 years, but now that you walk out, he's an alcoholic. Are you saying he had to be drunk to leave you? No, boo, he had to be drunk to be with you. The chip heifer and Garcelle see each other, and it's like, all right, let's get to frenemies. Oh, God, but now Kyle goes on. I'm not going to use Morgan's name. I only want to speak on my own behalf. Girl, you did a video making out and eating the woman cooch. We know you a late in life lesbian. Hell, you probably been a lesbian all your life. You just kept it under wraps. We could tell you and Teddy had been twitching and tickling twat. We knew and we didn't care. But I'm glad Garcella's like, girl, you already did a video making out with the heifer. It's too little, too late for that crap. Own it. The tabloids created a normal amount of pressure and emotional stress in the media. Girl, you gave us this affair. Then you want to act like, oh my God, why is everybody talking about it when I'm this close to a woman? You aren't stupid. Or maybe you are. Maybe, no, you ain't stupid. And that's what makes it worse. Garcelle's like, you don't owe us anything, but we want to know. We are inquiring minds. I agree with Garcelle. Kyle, you played coy. And honestly, you weren't even playing coy. You basically came out in your glass closet. You Windexed it, you got naked as you please. You two was showering in it. But, oh, Lord, don't say you a lesbian. Don't ask about your sexuality. You just as bad as Shawn Mendes. Look, stop trying to play sissy to get sissy coins and sissy interest. But then when it's time to stand up, oh, no, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, that's my private business. Well, you put your privates in public. You wanted it to be your private business. You and her could have had your affair behind closed doors. Closed closet doors. Heifer, you 50-something and you still figuring out lesbianism? You put your tongue in the twat till she says that's the spot. That's kind of how it goes. That's it. Ain't that much to figure out. I will say I applaud Kyle for coming out and being honest. I feel like a lot of people, because I can definitely say it's true with men get about over 45, they lose their fear of gay, and they're like, you know what? I never, and a lot of them say exactly what Kyle said. I never questioned my sexuality, but something in that 40s, 50s, you get free, you realize it's people, maybe you realize I don't fit that well with women. I think a lot of men realize I fit a lot better with a buddy than I do with a woman. And then once they can get past, and men like penises anyway, and any man that says they don't, they lying. They lying. Otherwise, all straight porn would be lesbian. Men like penises. They're just afraid to admit it. I don't know about women because I'm not a woman, so I can't speak to that. But with men, I'm telling you, a lot of them get 50, 45, that area. They're like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. And I done been with enough men that have that same story where it's like, well, everybody ain't lying. All these men did not get together and agree to tell this lie. But saying the speculation made you think twice, I'm sorry. You can't brainwash somebody into thinking they're gay. You can't. Like, either you is or you isn't, or you somewhere in between. But you like what you like. When you see something and it stimulates you and you get that feel, that's just what it is. It's no newspaper that can come out and say, in today's dykes. And then all of a sudden you start thinking, well, maybe I would like a cup of puss. I'm sorry. If you like vagina, if I keep saying you gay, that's not going to make you gay. It's not. And girl, they only put the heat on you for 5 minutes. And you already like, well, shoot, you can call me gay twice. I guess let me go on and touch the twat. Let me go on and cuddle the cooch. It's time to tickle the tit. I don't think it works like that, because you could call me straight all day, all night. It ain't gonna change shit. Not shit. It don't work like that. You could put in all the newspapers, in the New York Times, Alexander Diane Rogers, heterosexual. It doesn't make it true. I would never look at that and be like, well, I'm sorry. That's one thing I ain't gonna second guess. If you second guessing, it's because you already wanted some. Like, you could bring up pizza and somebody didn't want pizza and they'll be like, you know what? Fuck, I'll have a slice. It don't work like that with homosexuality. Kyle, your daughters already knew their mama was bisexual. Kids pick up on shit. They know which parent is a switch hitter. I could see Mauricio having some bro times. I could definitely see Mauricio having some bro times. With the right man that's just his kind of masculine, I could see it. Lord, so now the chip heifer come over to Kyle and it gets awky boo. Child, Kathy Hilton just starts taking her extensions out at the party. That just feels unsanitary. We see Erica and Sutton are actually getting along, but Kyle pulls Dorit aside and says, let's have a chit and chat. Child, Dorit standing up for herself. She says, I feel tossed around and thrown away whenever you want. Kyle's like, look, I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm trying to get to the other side of this. Dorit has had it. I'm not putting up with your shit anymore, Kyle. I'm not. We gonna have to get down to the nitty gritty and the non-gras. Child, I can't believe the chip heifer done nutted up. Well, I'ma see you soon for Salt Lake City.